Hello, welcome back. For today's video, I am testing out some new makeup from Sheglam. They've brought out a few, or quite a few actually, new bits recently, and I was like, oh, they look interesting. So I thought we'd give them a go. Yeah, so I picked up the new foundation. So that is the no, that's not a foundation, that's a primer. The Ultra-Hydrating primer. I got the foundation, so it's this one here. The Skin Sync foundation. I've got hair, I can see it, but I can't see it. This mascara, how interesting does that look? Also got one of the new lipsticks. Another one of these highlighters. I've tried a different colour of these, but this one looks really nice. The new Eyeshadow Palette, just a little mini one, and the new blush. So for primer, we have this one here. So this, as I say, is it's the Lasting Hydration. What is it? Ultra Hydrating. That's all it says. Primer. Buttery Glow, sounds nice. Melt Touch Ultra Hydrating Primer. It doesn't really say an awful lot, to be honest. There's a little picture on the back there. I tried the pore filling one recently, and that's actually really nice. So this is what the actual bottle looks like, or the little tube. There's a lot of air in there. The product looks like that. So it looks kind of like a moisturiser, really, which, you know, having the name hydrating, you would expect it to be. So this one I'm actually going to put all over. I tend not to use primers, you know, completely all over my face. I just really concentrate them on the areas that need them most. However, with this one being more like a moisturiser type one, and I do like, you know, a lot of hydration to my skin, I'm just going to whack it all over. God, look at that glow. Look at that. It is very glowy. It feels really nice actually going on. It does melt. You know, like a very balmy sort of texture. You can feel it. It's really hard to explain, but when it's on, it feels a little bit sticky in a good way. You know, you want that underneath your foundation, and it gives the most beautiful glow. It feels extremely hydrating. Yeah, it just feels really nice on this. I could quite easily use this on its own and just get on with my day, you know, as like a moisturiser. I actually think it'd be really nice because I'm also loving the glow, but it's not like greasy or oily or anything. Beautiful, really nice primer. Can't really tell properly though, can we, until we've got the rest of the base products on. So next we will go on, I think I'm going to do eyes next actually. So we've got this little palette here. How cute is this? The Sheglam Berry Bites Colour Trio. What is wrong with me? Berry Besties. Berry Bites. Maybe I'm hungry. So it looks like this. Really cute. I think this is part of their new Valentine's collection. They had a few bits from this collection, but it was this that appealed to me the most, especially this colour here. I love this shade. They're really cute, aren't they? I'll give them a little swatch. As I've said before, love Sheglam eyeshadows in general anyway. So like that. I'll give them a little swatch for you. Oh, overlap that one slightly. They look really nice, don't they? Yeah, happy with those. That shimmer looks beautiful. So I'm going to start off by going into this shade just here, and I'm going to pop that one through my crease. Oh, it looks so nice. Picks up really nicely on the brush actually. So it's going to be a very light look. You know, it's what I was expecting anyway from the palette that I chose. It is a very sort of dainty little palette, should we say. I think that's really pretty. Really nice shade, beautifully pigmented, especially for a pastel as well. Yeah, no complaints whatsoever. I'm just going to blend the edge out using this one just here. And I'm just going to tickle this one around the edge just to phase it out a little bit. That looks really pretty. Does it look shimmery to you? It's so weird. It's like I get a real highlighted just under my brow bone here, which is fine. You know, I used to do that all the time actually, but it's not, when I swatch it, it's really matte, you know. I'm so confused. I don't get any shimmer at all from it when I swatch it. I don't know, I still like it though. Just going to take the shimmer one here, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. Try it with a brush, and if not, if I don't get the payoff, then I'll use my finger. not too bad. It's really pretty, look. It's like one of those wet look shimmers. It's quite tightly packed and almost a little bit, like a little bit of a gel texture. Go on a bit with my, oh, look at that. It's really nice when you use the warmth from your finger. Can't get my words out. Wow. I think that's really pretty. It's quite, you know, a subtle eye look, quite simple, but those three shades are stunning together. Really nice. Perfect size for travel as well. So I'm going to go with some mascara next, and I'm going to be using this one here. This is the Ultra Lash Lift Mascara, Lashlighter Up and Out Mascara. So packaging, and then this is what the actual mascara itself looks like, and this is the wand itself. How cool is this? Looks like a little tongue, like a giraffe tongue. Doesn't it? It's really weird. But we've got obviously this slight curve here with tiny bristles on it, and then this curve here which is a bit broader and it's got longer bristles on it. Looks interesting. Lashes curled. Let's go in. I'm going to start off with the short side. That's really nice for getting that curl. It literally hugs like the contour of the eye. So as you pull it up, that is really nice. Nice and slow and just little wiggles. Does anyone else, when they do this, and they obviously wiggle the mascara wand, end up wiggling their head at the same time? I can't help it. Oh, and look at this as well, because it's got that really tiny tip on the end there. As you pull out, it's really easy to get those little tiny ones on the end as well. Oh, I like this a lot, you know. This is a nice mascara. Oh, wow, look at that. Before and after. No, other way. Before and after. That's one coat. Wow. That is really impressive. Can't get over that. I think that's really good. I'm just going to try the other side and see what that does, because I'm a bit confused, because it's like that. How do I use that? I suppose just to separate them a bit, maybe, because they're a bit longer. This is the second coat now. I prefer this side. I like how it, as I say, hugs the lashes. Wowzers, that's a really good mascara. I tell you what, Sheglam have brought out some amazing mascaras lately. They really have. The only thing I will say is I don't know about this one because I've not tried it before, but the formula of the last one I tried, the one with the iron, they call it, like the little, it's just like it's got no bristles. That one is a little bit of a pain to get off. It does come off if you're persistent and you know, sit there with some cleansing oil or balm, but it doesn't. But I will say though, there's no transfer with it either. Yeah, it's like majorly waterproof, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this might be completely different. I don't know. I'll let you know in the comments. So for foundation, we have this one here. So this is the Soft Glam Satin Finish Foundation. I've got the shade Chantilly this time. That one there. I normally go for nude, but I don't know. I just feel like nude used to be really nice on me, but the ones I've tried recently have been a little bit more yellow. So I thought I'd go for this one instead because it looked a bit more, slightly more cooler. And it looks quite pale. We'll see. I'm going to take about that much on the back of my hand. Well, it's a little bit more peachy, I would say. That's too much. I've taken too much there. Yeah, a little bit more peachy than nude. Oh, I need to clean my brushes. Struggling to find any clean ones. That's not too bad. Right, so we'll plonk this on first. I'm getting skin tint from this, if I'm being honest. So far, might be different once it's all blended, but so far I'm getting light coverage. That's actually perfect. That is spot on. Right, okay, so I found my colour match then when it comes to Sheglam. Chantilly. That's a cream, isn't it? Well, it makes sense, I suppose. It's got that slight peachy tone to it. Ooh, That's really nice. Look at that. Look at the finish of that. It is like, it works really well with that primer as well. I will say that. It really does work well with it. Yeah. Can you see this side? Obviously, you can see my imperfections. On this side, everything's more evened out. It does feel like a skin tint or like a BB cream. I'll say that. It looks like a BB cream. Where it kind of like evens things out a lot, but it doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look cakey. I would say light to medium coverage now it's blended out. I love the finish of it. I think that's really nice. Definitely something I could use on the daily for sure. I think that's beautiful, and the colour match is perfect. Right, let's whack it on the rest of my face then. That has got to be one of the nicest foundations I've tried for a long time. Like for me, I love a BB cream, CC cream over a full cover foundation any day. And this is stunning. It is beautiful, very, very along those lines. Look at the glow. Gives a beautiful glow, but it doesn't look oily, doesn't look greasy, doesn't feel, you know, sticky on the skin or anything. It looks so nice. Just looks like my skin, but healthy. Oh, I love that. I think that's really nice. And as I say, alongside that primer as well, the two of them together, they are like a perfect match. Really nice. Okay, so I've just gone on with my bronzer. I went on with this one, the HMB Cosmetics bronzer. This is really nice. Like I reviewed this in my last drugstore makeup video. Was it drugstore makeup? Yeah, I'm sure it was. And yeah, I've been using it ever since. Love it. And also I went on with a bit of the NYX, this one, the Wonder Snatch powder. So for blush, we have this one here. So this is the Dream Touch blush. I got the shade Hush Hush. They had loads of shades in this, like really nice looking ones. But I'm kind of going back towards more sort of peachy, muted blushes now. Tried the pink blush for a while. I just didn't really feel it was me. I don't think it suits my skin tone, to be honest, the pink blush. I'm much more suited to, like, you know, muted sort of tones, peachy, apricot-y tones, I think anyway. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's really cute actually, and this is the shade here. So yeah, it's really like what I'd call like a vintage sort of blush shade. So let's see how we go. I have a feeling this is going to be quite matte, which is fine because I actually really like a super matte blush. What's that? Some fluff or something. Oh, that's really nice. That is really pretty. Look at that. I think that's really nice. My hair today is so fluffy everywhere. Yeah, that's really pretty. I could probably do a little tiny bit more on this side actually. Oh, I love it. Yeah, see, I just feel like that kind of shade suits me so much more than pinks. I really do. No, I love it. That is a beautiful shade. As I say, it's quite like, when you think of like a vintage blush, but not red, that's the kind of shade that I think of. Like almost a bit of a rosy tone. Like, yeah, it's really hard to explain. I'm sure a lot of you will know what I mean. I hope so anyway. But yeah, that's kind of what it reminds me of. I've got this highlighter here. So I've tried one. Oh, got something in my eye. I've tried one of these Glowchi highlighters before. Yeah, I've tried one of these Glowchi highlighters before in the shades Peach. Is it Peach Jam? Something like that. And online, it looked a lot lighter than it was when it arrived, and I feel like that one was a little bit too dark for me. Whereas this one is custard, and I think this is more of a champagne, which is what I would have rather. That's kind of what I thought I was going for. Yeah. So this one is like, oh God, look at that. How pretty. This is what I thought the other one was, but it's one of these squidgy ones. I love the formula of the other one. Oh, look at that. Stunning. I love the formula of the other one though. Okay, let's try it with a brush first. But I do find, as I said before, that the this kind of formula works a lot better when you use your finger. I love that blush. I think that's so nice. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful, but I do feel like if I use my finger, it'll look a lot better. And it does. Look at that. Wow. Ooh, that is really nice. Let's go on the other side so we can see it better. I'm going to use the same method so that it's the same on both sides. Wow. How stunning. Yeah, that's straight on. It's gone. Yeah, that's a much better shade for me. As I say, this is kind of like what I thought I was getting before, but you know, that's the thing about buying online, I suppose, isn't it? It's never quite the same when it arrives, is it? No, really love that. Look, gone, bam, gone, bam. Yeah, no cast whatsoever from it. So we've just got lips to do now, and for that I picked up this one here. So this is the Glitter Whip liquid lipstick. I've tried the what are they called, the gloss ones, Love Lock or something like this, and love them. I've got a couple of them actually. The doe foots are really cool. Wow, that's very moussey, isn't it? I'm just going to go on with the liner first. I'm going to use this one. This is just a bourgeois one, Nude Wave. I use this quite often. Okay, and then we'll take this. Oh, these are quite hard to get out. Lipstick. Doesn't smell of anything. Oh, that's a really good match actually with that liner. It feels gritty, but I think that's the glitter in it. I'm just going to put it on the centre and then we'll blend it out with my finger. The only thing I'll say is that I don't think, as much as I love these doe foots, I don't think it suits this type of product. I mean, it's a beautiful shade. I just don't see much shimmer coming from it, which is really odd because I could feel it. It feels comfortable. It feels so comfortable. Very much like, you know, the Fui pudding pots. I love those, and it feels almost the same as those. I would say, like, really comfortable, non-drying. It looks lovely. I love that matte muted lip. Yeah, and I love the colour as well, and I'll use it often. This is the kind of thing I would go for. It's just I don't really get the shimmer from it. You know, online it looks like really shimmery. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Let's try and rub them together a bit. I mean, a little bit, but not much. Yeah, it's a lovely product though. It is really nice. So, final thoughts. Overall, love it. I really do love this look. The base in particular is stunning. You know, everything worked together really well. Even like, you know, a couple of my own products work with these ones well as well. But yeah, oh, and the eye look as well. Love it. Do you know what? I love all of it. I love the lips as well. The only thing I'm a little bit disappointed about is that I thought this was going to be a lot more shimmery, not glittery, but shimmery than it looks. I mean, as I say, we get some little subtle shimmers coming through there, subtle sparkles, but nowhere near what I was expecting. But I do love the colour. I love how it feels. I love the formula. So yeah, can't complain that way. But no, the base is so nice though. That foundation is stunning, absolutely stunning. And what was it, like £6 or something ridiculous? So good. The blush as well, and the highlighter, the mascara, the palette, beautiful. yeah, it's all really nice. So as always, I will link all the products shown in today's video in the description box below for you, along with any discount codes as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me. If you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye!